Good afternoon, hello everybody, how are you? I really hope you're well today. I am thrilled to be here on the Aussie Decor Transfers Facebook page. I'm Sarah from Sarah Macaulay Studio. I'm in Sydney, Australia. It's 4 p.m. here Sunday afternoon, and it's nice to be actually doing a demo in daylight because my time slot is usually evening and it's dark, so that has that's quite nice for me to do that. So welcome. I'm excited to be speaking to you today. I have a really pretty transfer to show you, which some of you will be familiar with already. Good afternoon, Jessie. How are you, love? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope the weather's good in Paradise Beach. It's super windy here in Sydney today. It's been quite nice earlier, a bit sunny earlier, but it's now horrendously windy, so I'm happy to be indoors. I've got my craft project, got a cup of tea, and I'm getting ready to go. I can see a few more of you jumping on. If you don't know me already, I'm Sarah from Sarah Macaulay Studio, and this is the Aussie Decor Transfers page. And welcome, thank you for joining me. So today I'm using the Koi Lotus transfer. I have used this one previously, so what I'm doing today is using up some of the pieces I have left over. This transfer goes such a long way. Tracy, hello, lovely of you to watch, thank you. Hi Joanne, oh, you're up early in the UK. What is it, 7 a.m. or something? Thank you for watching so early. I hope you've got a nice cup of coffee. So I've used some of this Koi Lotus. I really had fun decorating a little Oriental style cupboard a few weeks back, and I do have some lovely pieces of this left. So today I'm just doing a few mini projects to use up some of the bits and pieces. What I like about these transfers is they just go such a long way. So there are actually 6 different transfers in this pack. One of them is 1 meter long. So the one that's 1 meter long I've cut up and used quite a bit of that. And today I'll show you some of the smaller ones. Hi Tosha. Oh, I do not know Suffolk. Suffolk VA, what's that? Is that Virginia? I bet that's a beautiful part of the world. Hi Elizabeth, yep, I'm familiar with your name. Oh, 2:30 a.m, goodness me. I'm so impressed with you joining me at this time. Thank you, I appreciate it. So this is one of the pieces I'll be using today. Isn't that just so pretty? It has the most lovely little dragonfly design, very delicate amongst the lotuses. So I've been waiting to use this one. Hi Jude, how are you? Thanks for joining. And I have some of the smaller fishes, that the little koi, which I'm going to be using, and another one which is just super pretty. So again, I mean, some of you I know are already using the Aussie Decor transfer packs, and they just go such a long way. So what I'm going to do now, it's gorgeous, isn't it, Tosha? I know, just so pretty. I'm going to just tilt my camera down so you can see what I'm going to be working on. So I told you it was mini crafts, right? So this is just a little, hi Eleanor. Oh, how nice to see you. Thank you for finding me on Facebook. I do appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just adjusting my camera, ladies, so that you can see what I'm working on rather than have to look at me. So this is just a little trinket box. This is a cheap and cheerful little craft box. I got this from Bunnings, which is the Australian equivalent of Home Depot, B&Q, and so on. And they do sell quite nice little craft products. So this was a few dollars for this timber box, and I've chalk painted it in this green, and I've sealed it with a clear coat of varnish because the chalk paint can be quite porous, and you don't want that when you're applying your transfers. You want a sealed surface. These transfers seem to really love quite shiny surfaces, so if you do have something you're working on and it's got that factory finish, that's absolutely great. The transfers love that. or if you're working with some of the mineral paints like the Fusion paint, which has got a built-in top coat, that's great too. You don't need to put an extra coat of varnish on that. But because I do use a lot of chalk paints, I do seal my pieces before starting to work with the transfers. So I'm going to use some of this on the top of my timber box, and I'm hoping to use some of these little pretties inside the box. And I do have some more projects lined up, so depending on how much time I've got, I'm hoping to just craft away and see how far I get with these. So I've just measured out the top of my box. I drew around the lid, and I'm going to just cut that out quickly and get busy with that. So today is not my normal time slot. I'm filling in for, we've got a couple of the Aussie Decor ladies are over in England at a painters conference, and they're demonstrating the Aussie Decor products over there. So a couple of us are doing some fill-in slots this weekend. And if you have a chance, jump on. Hi Deanne, how are you, lovely? If you haven't already seen it, jump on and have a look on the Aussie Decor Transfers Facebook page. They live streamed their demonstration, and it was a lot of fun. And I won't tell you why, because you have to watch it. And it was a lot of fun for the ladies and the audience. I think I was in stitches watching it. So I've been talking too much and haven't shown you what I've done. I've taken the backing off my transfer. This is the part, this opaque white part is the part you don't need. This is the part that's going on my project. And because I've cut it to the size of my lid, I'm not going to cut all the individual pieces up. You've got sun today, Deanne. That's actually nice. It's not that great over here, but we've had a lot of sun recently, so I can't really complain. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy says she's inspired. Oh, that's really nice to hear. Have you used any of these transfers before, Tracy? Like when you first use them, I was quite nervous the first couple of times I used them because you know, you think it's going to be quite a difficult process, and actually it's not. It's straightforward. As long as you've prepared your piece first and sealed it, whether that's a craft project or a furniture or whatever you've done, if you've sealed it properly, the transfers go on very nicely and easily. You haven't yet? Well, feel free to shoot through any questions if you have some. So I'm using the yellow transfer tool. You get one of these with your transfer when you purchase it. You get to pop it in your cart when you check out on the website. You don't have to have one of these every time. If you're someone who buys lots of transfers, you don't have to keep having one. You can choose not to have one, but otherwise you'll end up with a million of these. And I use this wide end when I first put the transfer on. It's good to just press it on. You can tape around the edges if you want to. I think for something this small, I'm actually not going to need my painter's tape. And then I tend to use this pointier end for actually pressing the transfer on, because you can get a lot of leverage with it. And I generally start at one end like this, and you can press really quite hard onto your piece. And you'll be able to see as it's coming off. So the idea is to push it from its acetate onto your project, and you'll be able to see, generally you can see it coming off the acetate, because the acetate goes slightly cloudy as you're pressing it, and you can start to lift, just lift. Can you see just on that corner where you can see the design has already adhered to the paint? Okay, so Tracy has asked where to purchase from. So Tracy, if you look just above this video in the description, there's a link to click on to see all the Aussie products, not just this one, but all of them. The link is my affiliate link. It will take you right through to the website, and you can check out transfers. We've also got some beautiful luxe papers which are used for decoupage. We have some self-adhesive decoupage which stick on without the need for glue, poster prints. Have a little browse around on the website and you'll see, and there's also descriptions of how to use the product. When you receive your product, you always get instructions. So the instructions for this transfer are actually on the back of the tube. And on this Facebook page, there are people demonstrating every day. So once, you know, if you do have questions about product, watch a few of these live demos, because the team who demonstrate are fabulous, and I'm not saying that because I'm one of them. They are truly talented people, and I've learned so much. Like, we all try and watch each other's demonstrations because we learn from each other, we learn from the questions people ask, and this is our chance to really help you learn how to use the products and enjoy them, because they're beautiful, they're fun, they are nice and easy to use. And they're something that everyone can enjoy. These are not designed for people who are experts. They're designed for the, people who just love doing artistic things. So I hope you can see, I'm just working my way in from this edge. And you can see where it's already adhered to my top of my little box. And what's nice is if you do lift up and you suddenly go, oh, I've missed a bit, don't worry, because you just put your acetate back down and just go over it again, and you can do that as many times as you want. And it's really quite relaxing to just sit here and work through a few of these little projects. I make quite a lot of gifts for people because it's quite nice to make personalised gifts, and you can do a little trinket box or a little vase. I often paint empty veggie cans and put transfers on them, because those can be quite fun too. So this Koi Lotus design really is quite special. And I think even after I've done my projects today, I'm still going to have quite a lot left. So I might do another piece of furniture with some koi carp on it. Jessie, that's totally that's a very good idea. If you do have a stockist nearby, we've got a wonderful stockist in Swan Hill, Victoria, called Crystal. So you can buy, if you know that you've got a stockist, do buy through your stockist as well. And if you're not sure if you've got access to a stockist, all of their names and contact details are on the Aussie Decor website as well. So you can buy through the affiliate links, you can buy through your stockist, totally up to you. And it's great to support your stockists. I'm not sure where Gippsland is, Jessie. Are you not too far from Swan Hill and Crystal? So I'm based in Sydney, and I teach from my little studio. So I have nice people come and learn how to paint furniture and how to do decorative work, stenciling, decoupage, transfers, upcycling, all sorts of things. We haven't been able to do classes for a while because of the restrictions in place, but it's looking positive for later in the year, so I'm hoping to run some Christmas workshops. And I know that Deb, who's the owner of Aussie Decor, she's got some lovely plans for Christmas products, so I can't wait to get my hands on some of those and have a bit of fun with those. Tracy, it's my absolute pleasure, and please reach out if you want to follow my Facebook page, Sarah Macaulay Studio. Again, the link is above the video, and you're welcome to just message me if you have questions, or message anyone in the Aussie Decor team as well. Oh, Siobhan! Oh my goodness, Siobhan. So, ladies watching, if you don't know Siobhan, she has been representing Aussie Decor Transfers at the UK conference I mentioned earlier. And Siobhan, I was in stitches, I have to say, watching your live demo. It was wonderful. I've been encouraging everyone to jump on and watch the replay because it was truly wonderful. And you know, you both presented so well, and even just watching the live demo, I could see that everyone was really into it and enjoying the product. So well done, absolutely brilliant. Wish I could have been there. So I'd say I'm about 2/3 of the way through the top of this little box. I'm going to finish the top, and then we're going to look at the inside, maybe put a few little fish inside. Tracy, thank you. Yeah, we love your support too. And small businesses need so much support right now, don't they? So this is adhering really well. You can see I'm putting quite a lot of pressure. You can't rip this, you can't damage it by putting pressure on. And the transfer's coming off the acetate really nicely. Again, I'll just give you a little sneak peek from this way. So you can see it's all going on nicely. One end here, you can see there's a little bit that I've missed. So I'm just going to go back and redo that little bit. And then once you've put your transfer on, it's a good idea to put some sort of clear coat over the top, any sort of water-based product that you use. So a water-based varnish, I use a sort of satin varnish that I like. There's plenty on the market, but don't use anything which is oily, like a wax or something, because the transfers don't like that so much, and it doesn't protect them properly. So just a clear coat of something water-based is what you need, and then they're really durable and really well protected. They'll last a long, long time. Hi Anne-Marie, how are you? Okay, so this one is nearly on, and then you can help me choose which fish to put inside. So has anyone been celebrating Father's Day today? I know that it's Father's Day in Australia, but not in the UK, I think. And maybe in America too, but I guess we're a day ahead, so it's probably tomorrow for the American contingent. Maybe Elizabeth, you'd be able to tell me that if you're still watching. So actually, I probably should have been making something masculine today, masculine focused, but I had already kind of got this plan together and was getting really excited about the Koi and Lotus and doing pretty crafts. So there you go. Father's Day in the UK is in June. Yeah, I thought so, Siobhan. Thanks for clearing that up. All right, this is very, very nearly done. I can see some of this petal is not quite stuck on. Sometimes if you sort of lift it up to the light, you can see which bits have stuck and which haven't quite stuck yet. I'm very nearly there. This particular design would look lovely on a white painted piece of furniture, because if you can see the back, this background is not opaque, it's a white colour, so it would actually look stunning. I think next time I use it, I'm going to use it on a white piece of furniture, because I think it would look really quite special. Yeah, and I saw some of your comment about checking somebody out. Is it a stockist, a local stockist of yours? If you do have any questions about stockists, let us know. Yeah, Joanne, it did look really fun, didn't it? Siobhan, we're all coming next year. Can't keep us away. Or maybe there'll be something here or in the US. You never know. Deanne, I'll come back to you about, you mentioned a question about stockists, and Facebook scrolled it by too quickly for me to see it all. I'll come back and have a look. If any of you do have comments or questions that I've missed, I will come back to you afterwards and go through all the comments and questions. Sometimes when when you get into your project, you don't quite see everything. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's just eyesight as well, Deanne. Okay, I think this is on. So when you feel like you've got it all off your acetate and onto your project, just start to lift off quite carefully. Because then you can just replace it if you've missed any bits. Yep, that little bit of lily pad along the side isn't sticking so well. A little bit there. There we go. So over the last few months, we've had some brilliant competitions and challenges on our Creative Club page. So if you haven't already joined the Creative Club, it's the Facebook page for you guys, for anyone who's a fan of the Aussie Decor products. And if you use the products or you're interested in buying some, that's the place where you can post pictures of everything you've created using the products. And it's a lot of fun, because then everyone gets to see each other's work, and everyone uses the transfers and the papers and so on in such different ways. Like, it's really cool. And every month or two we have a challenge or a competition, a giveaway, ways to win prizes. So there we go. Okay, so that's my lid done. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I'm quite pleased with that. Turns it into something a bit more pretty than just a timber box. And then with this leftover piece of acetate, if you can use the shiny side, it's a good way to burnish it, which is it just presses the design on and fully kind of cements it onto your project. So I normally do a quick burnish, and then I won't do my varnishing now because that's a bit boring for you to watch, but I will seal it in a little bit. But let's get on to the fun bit, which is the fish. So I'm just going to pop that one to one side, and I've got this sheet of little mini fish who are quite cute. Or the other choice, where's my other fish that I had handy? Here they are. I've got some other fishies. I've got this quite big fella. He's quite cute. A really brightly coloured, I don't know what he is. Is he a koi or is he a goldfish? A spotty one. So pretty, isn't it, Eleanor? I love it too. So I'm not sure, what do we think? Do we think a bigger fish inside, or do we think a few of the mini fish? Any ideas? I'm still deliberating. I think I might start with the mini fish. If any of you've got any opinions, jump in and let me know. I think it would be a nice little box. You could just keep your jewellery in it, or tea bags, or mementos, that sort of thing. So with these, I'm just cutting out the individual fishy shapes. And taking off the backing, just being careful not to get my fingers stuck on it, because I don't want to pull off any of the design before I put them on. So I'm just gonna start with this, and I might just bring you a little bit closer so you can see inside the box. Jessie says a few of the mini, and so does Eleanor. Right, good, thank you. Thank you, you've helped me decide. Right. And it's just so satisfying doing these mini projects, because you can whiz through them quite quickly. So I'm hoping to finish this little box and show you something else as well. And I think he has adhered already. That's great. Oh, he's so cute. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So I'm gonna just pop in. Okay, yeah, we're doing mini fish, we're not doing big fish. They can wait for another time. So as you can see, there are just so many bits and bobs to this transfer. I've got a lovely lotus on this sheet as well that I haven't used yet, which I'll save for another time. I'm going to keep going with my mini fish for now. So that's cool. Lovely. They've also got some tiny blooms floating around with them, which I could cut out separately, but I quite like them. And I'm not sure why they have these mini blooms, but they don't look out of place. You know, I can sort of see the fish swimming around with their little mini blooms in in one of those lovely Japanese ponds. I love it too, Siobhan. And it does have so many uses, and it just seems to go on and on and on. Like, there's just so many pieces you can use. Okay. Have any of you watching used this transfer yet? Jessie, I'm not sure if I've seen you use this one, but I know you've used quite a few of them. And Deanne, I know you're keen to start using some too. Okay, I'm just peeling. Oh, yeah. Now I haven't quite got his tail stuck down properly, so I'm just going to give that one more little go. Thanks for sharing, Jessie, I appreciate that. If any of you watching have friends who love craft, who think you might, if you think they might enjoy watching, feel free to share, sprinkle, send it to them. There's my second little fish. what do we think? Shall I do one more fish and then go on to my next project? What are you thinking? Maybe one more, maybe kind of down here? I think I might do that. Then I've got something else to show. Okay. So, all right, I've got one more fishy. This one's quite a big guy. When I did my previous demonstration of the Koi and Lotus, I decided to do a little bit of research about koi fish. And wow, you know when you start to look at something and you suddenly realize there's all these koi carp enthusiasts and there's all this wealth of information, and I ended up watching this amazing documentary about how koi carp are farmed in Japan and how they're absolutely prized. You know, the ones that are some of them are such good quality and so prized. You know, they're treated beautifully and they're fed on the best food and kept in these temperature controlled pools and highly revered in Japan, and then they fetch huge sums when they're sold. So the whole thing was quite mind-blowing. There was a koi carp sold for 1.8 million US dollars, which was like, oh my god. So I've got a renewed appreciation of these fishies. Hi Elisa, thank you for joining me. I'm working on a little timber box. I'm putting some koi carp inside. And I think we need to do some more lotuses, so that's what I'm going to get onto next. Okay, so my fishy, I'm just peeling off the backing, and I will use my previous piece of acetate, the shiny side, to just burnish the fishies. Just help seal them in, and I will do a clear coat of varnish on these fishies. I might even add a few more in. The lid, if some of you haven't seen the lid, looks like that. So I'm quite pleased with that. It's kind of a nice little memento box. Quite cute. So I also have this little jug to show you. This was a op shop purchase, or charity shop if you're in England is the word, or thrift if you're in the US. We call them op shops here, opportunity shops. So I've got my little op shop jug. It was very tarnished. I've given it just a couple of coats of a creamy colour chalk paint. Tracy, sorry, you're asking what kind of varnish. Anything which is water-based, hun. So I use an Australian brand, the Artisan brand of products, and I use their matte varnish. Pretty much any brand, you can use your Fusion or your Dixie Belt, or go to Bunnings and just make sure, or whatever your local hardware store is, just make sure it's water-based. And it's your own preference whether you choose a matte, a satin, or a gloss kind of varnish. Okie doke. So I thought what I might do before I run out of time completely is use a little bit of this, because it's just so pretty. I just love these pinky purpley colours. And I think I could maybe fit one or two of these blooms on my jug. So I'm going to start with one, and let's see how we go with our timing. I'm going to start with this guy, and obviously he's a bit too long for my jug, but maybe I could sort of bend it round a little bit and just cut off the bit of stem that I don't need. Thanks, Siobhan. I really appreciate you joining. You must be exhausted after your efforts. Oh my goodness. And I can't wait to hear the whole rundown. So see you and thank you. Okay, I'm just going to snip that off there. As you can see, look at the bottom, it's horrid. I will paint that as well, because that's like not very glamorous. Okay, so here we are. I mean, it's slightly more tricky to apply transfers to a curved surface, but again, as long as you've got your nice varnished surface, they love shiny surfaces. And to make my life easier, I am going to use a little bit of blue tape to hold it on while I work with it. So a bit of tape there. I'm borrowing some tape from here. And I think that's quite pretty. I think it really livens up a boring old jug. Hi Nolene, thanks for watching. If any of you have jumped on late, thank you for joining and welcome. And if you want to go back and watch the replay, it will be available soon anyway. So this is the Koi and Lotus transfer from Aussie Decor Transfers, and comes in 6 different sheets. What I like as well is that when I opened the transfer pack, I realised the colour schemes were quite different. So there's quite a lot of this pinky purpley, pink, purple and green. There's also a whole bunch on another sheet, which is much more, quite more vibrant colours, much more orangey and like more, really bright organic greens. So you can really go to town with your colours. It's a little bit harder on this jug, I've noticed, to see if my transfer is adhering nicely, but I'm just going to assume it is. I'm going to assume it's going on. And can always go back and redo bits of it if necessary. I only painted this jug yesterday, but I have sealed it. So, oh yeah, it's starting to take now, which is good. Nice. So did any of you watch Crystal yesterday? She was doing the Hamptons transfer, which is another one of my favourites. I think the Koi and Lotus and the Hamptons are my absolute favourites in the range. She was doing a gorgeous piece of furniture with the peacock on it. Did anyone see that? It was so pretty. And then we have Wendy in Idaho, and she does a lot of our demonstrations. Again, at the moment, she's filling in for some of the other ladies, so she is busy doing demonstrations. And I always enjoy watching other people doing theirs, because it's just it's nice to see how differently everyone uses the product as well. I'm very short on space here in Sydney, so whilst I love doing big furniture, I'm really space is at a premium. I've got a small studio and a small house, so I love doing mini projects as well, like this. Amber, hi love, how are you? You must be up in the middle of the night again. But then, you know, I love watching some of the others on the teams who've got, you know, they're out in the countryside, they've got big barns, they have room for bigger pieces, so that's really fun for me to see what they're doing too. And I'm going to make sure I make sure the stem goes on as well. I don't want a flower without a stem. Oh, you work nights? Okay, honey, that makes sense. That's why you're always up at night at a funny time when... But thank you for watching, honey. It's nice to have something to keep you to watch as well if you're up in the night working. So today I'm filling in for somebody else, but tomorrow I'm back to my usual Monday night slot, 7 p.m. Sydney time, Monday evening, and I'm going to show you, I'm still working on my Frida Kahlo suitcase, which I'm loving, and I'm going to be stenciling the inside of it tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope some of you might be able to join me for that too. So I'm going to start, I can't actually see on this surface how well this is stuck yet. I think it's stuck on this side. So just like before, I'm just going to just start lifting the edge of it off. Oh yeah, it's actually sticking better than I thought it was. Sometimes you just can't quite tell. You've just got to lift and try. Yeah, nice to watch in your breaks. Hey, Amber. I do that too. I work a few days a week from home in a marketing role, and I often have breaks as well and jump on and watch. It's usually the Americans actually who are doing the demos during my daytime, so I'm often watching, you know, Jill or Wendy or some of those ladies over there. So there we go, you can just see it's just starting to stick on. This one's taking slightly longer than the one on timber. So sometimes when you're working on different surfaces, some of them can take longer than the others. Don't worry too much about it. Just keep going, relax, enjoy the process, don't rush it. I'm rushing a little bit because I've only got a few more minutes left on my time slot. Otherwise, I think Facebook might kick me off. So you can see the beginnings of it. Isn't that going to be pretty? I really love it. But what I'll do, I think I will keep going with that, and I will post photos as soon as I'm done. I'm just lifting up my camera so I can finish off. Ah, thanks, Tracy. I think it is actually going to be gorgeous. Like, if you can envisage the whole of the project, look, it's such a vibrant colour. And now I'm tempted to find something else for the rest of this, because I might put one more bloom on my jug, but now I need something for this, so that might be my next project. So many projects and so little time, but thank you for watching today, ladies. Again, just the links are above this video, so the link to the Aussie Decor website. If you have a local stockist, like we've talked about, do support your local stockist as well. Join the Creative Club because it's just fun and you get to see lots of cool stuff. Feel free to follow my Facebook page as well, Sarah Macaulay Studio Facebook page. I would love to see you there, and you can also feel free to ask me questions there as well. So I hope you have a really lovely rest of your day. Amber, I hope works okay for you tonight. It's lovely to see some familiar faces as well. Eleanor, I'm delighted that you joined too. So lovely to see you. I'm off to make my husband some Father's Day dinner because I think he'll be getting hungry by now. So nice to see you. Take care, everyone. I'm back on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Sydney time. So hopefully see some of you then. Bye for now.